Yolanda left her sons behind in the United States when she was deported to Mexico 6 years ago. Authorities discovered the mother of two had been living in California for 17 years on an expired tourist visa. Back in the border town of Tijuana, she founded the Dreamers Moms organization to fight deportation she says break families apart. The same expulsions Donald Trump has vowed to step up if he becomes the next U.S. president in November, after a campaign fueled on messages against Mexican migration.
No todos los mexicanos somos ni ladrones, ni violadores.
Not all Mexicans are thieves or rapists. Our sons, most of them were born in the United States. Their culture is totally North American. They don't want to come to Mexico, and it's something that with time will have very serious repercussions for the country if they don't stop these deportations.
Muy graves al país si es que ellos no detienen estas deportaciones.
Close to 15% of the 207,000 Mexicans deported last year waved their American dream goodbye through these gates at the Tijuana border post. Millions have been sent home under present and past U.S. administrations, but for many, returning to Mexico is less of a homecoming experience than a challenge.
Sobre todo para aquellos que llevan tiempo ya viviendo en Estados Unidos.
It can be a heartbreaking experience, especially for those who live for some time in the US. They sometimes have parents or children that are American, and for one reason or another they couldn't legalize their stay in the US. In a way, they are uprooted their lives and delivered to the Mexican authorities.
Those who have spent most of their lives north of the border feel they're being sent back to a country they've never known. Around half of all deported migrants have a criminal record, according to U.S. Homeland Security, which means finding a job is also a struggle. Call centers often become a lifeline for deportees like Gabriel, who spent 18 years behind bars in the U.S. and was later deported to Mexico, a country he hadn't been to since he was 7. This job values his English and knowledge of the other side of the border.
When I was deported, I felt bad. I was like, wait a minute, I've been here my whole life. I have brothers and sisters that have the citizenship, that were born here. I was deported only because my mother came to Mexico and gave birth to me there. But I've lived in the US my whole life.
Donald Trump, who will be confirmed as the Republican Party's presidential candidate next week, has pledged to build a bigger, longer wall on the Mexican border to prevent illegal immigration. But for deportees in Tijuana, that wall is already tall enough to tear families apart.